Hey guys, Mason here at Lasco Ford again. I've got this 2022 F350 Platinum. A couple things I want to point out on this Platinum. This truck was a customer order. He's driven this truck now for a couple months, but the cool thing about this is we actually just partnered with Carli, and we're going to be a Carli authorized dealer. We'll be the only one in Michigan. So the cool thing about that is there's a lot of different options that Carli does. F250, F350, you know, they're a very heavy duty company. They advertise these trucks as being very capable. I have driven this truck, and I took it out just to make sure, you know, I wanted to experience the ride quality and feel and everything. And I will say this is one of the best lifted trucks I've ever ridden in. The nice thing about this is it's very soft, so we're just gonna get right into it. A couple things I wanna point out. This is a 5.5-inch lift. So you get the coil springs here that are, you know, super soft. They do a great job of lifting the truck, but they also have the heavy duty. I do want to point out, like I said, this is a customer ordered vehicle. This is specifically what he asked for on these wheels and tires. Now this isn't exactly what Carli recommends for tires. They actually recommend an 18-inch because what they want this truck to be used as is you know, being able to not quite Baja it, but you know, if you get a little wild with it, this suspension kit is made to do things like that. It is made to get a little wild and a little crazy. So they suggest an 18-inch rim as opposed to a 20, so that you get a little extra meat on the tire, so that you're not ruining your rim or anything like that. But this customer wanted to go with the blue 20-inch wheels. So I did just want to point that out. One of the biggest things about this, and one of the best features about this lift, is that it comes with king shocks. Okay, and I don't know if you guys know a lot about suspension systems, but the shocks are really what make the suspension system. As you're driving down the road, this thing is smooth. You're driving down a normal road. I've been in a lot of lifted trucks that just normal driving, you can feel a little bit of shake as you're driving down just a normal road. This truck soaks all that up. On a bumpy road, it does great. One of the biggest things that I noticed with this kit specifically is, you know, Ford big trucks, they're large trucks, and you know, you go over a bunch of bumps, they move a little bit. This kit gets rid of a lot of that bump steer, a lot of that as you're coming over bumps, that little chatter you get as you're going. This soaks it all up, so it really is a great option here. I'm going to get real low down here. I want to point out, you can see the Carli suspension logo here. This is the radius arm. So you comes with this drop bracket. One of the great things that I wanted to point out, when this truck was up in the air, I got underneath it. A lot of lift kits, when you put this drop bracket on, it actually hinders you being able to get the transmission cross member out. This kit allows the way it bolts up and the way it secures, you can actually still get your transmission cross member out, so you don't have to remove any of this to work on the vehicle, which is a great feature. Real quick, I'm going to bring you back in. We've got limiting straps here, and basically the function of these is if you actually do get the vehicle off the ground, the suspension's not going to droop more than it needs to. That's going to stop it from going too far, so you're not going to have any issues there. The kit comes with braided brake lines here. We'll run to the back here in a little bit, but I want to get right under the front here and just show you one of the other great options. So I'm going to get real low under here. You've got this bash guard here so that you don't ruin your front diff. And then you've got this awesome, huge steering stabilizer bar with Heim joints on each end, which is huge. And then as we're under here, you can see the links here that are all billet links that, you know, Carli just goes above and beyond and really does a great job. And then I also want to point out the steering stabilizer right up here. I know it's a lot to look at under here, but you know, you can check out the steering stabilizer there. All Heim joints, you know, they really took a lot of time and a lot of engineering on this kit. I want to swing around to the rear. So this specifically, because this is for a customer, the gentleman does a lot of towing. So his biggest thing was he wanted a smooth ride, but he also wanted to be able to load up his truck and be able to use it. He pulls bulldozers, he does, you know, a lot of heavy equipment. So he went with the progressive spring. The nice thing about this is as you load it, you still maintain the great ride quality. And as you can see back there, you have the king shocks. They're hard to see, but the remote reservoirs are up underneath the bed. We might be able to get a good shot of it here on the rear. You can see way up there, probably a little bit hard to see. You got your remote reservoirs there. So this is front and rear remote reservoir. This thing handles great. It drives great. Like I said, I've driven a lot of lifted trucks and I was very, very impressed. They just take the extra time, the extra quality. And one thing I want to point out, and I just noticed it as I'm looking over here, you can see on the brake caliper, if you come around to the rear, just how smooth and how clean and how, you know, accurately engineered all of these pieces are and how tightly everything fits. But the functionality of it is just phenomenal. You know, we didn't have to do any trimming. We didn't have to do any cutting. These are 37-inch tires. Okay, he wanted the Nitto 37-inch tires with 20-inch fuel wheels. Like I said, this is not what Carli advertises for their vehicle, but it still works fine. No clearance issues. You know, bump to bump, you lock the steering out either way, you're good to go. Like I said, I just want to bring this up. This customer did order this vehicle last year. He has driven it for a little bit. Custom order, got it exactly how he wanted. Platinum 350 fully loaded. The best thing about this is when you open up the doors, you get the steps here, the power steps. That's straight from Ford. You know, great option, especially getting it up into a big truck like this. You have no issues. Panoramic moonroof. You know, all in all, this is just a great truck, great riding truck. We're super pumped to be partnered with Carli, to be the only Carli distributor and installer in Michigan. This is going to be a great opportunity for us, and I look forward to building everybody's truck out there. If you need anything, feel free to reach out to me directly. Visit lascoford.com, and you can subscribe to the channel, look at a couple other options, check out some of our other videos just to see all the cool stuff that we do. But I'm excited to see a lot more of these trucks here on the lot and give you guys a lot more stuff to look at. So I look forward to seeing you soon.